Hi, Katharina. How are you doing?
Find yourself today.
I'm very good. Thank you. It's lovely to see you. You're so far away. It feels like you're so close.
I know it's amazing this whole technology thing, isn't it? It makes you feel like you're really next to a person, but yes, it's miles away.
Exactly. Sure. Well, you don't look a day different to when I last saw you. Still beautiful and radiant. Can you please start off with just introducing yourself, who you are, and where you currently live?
Okay, my name is Katerina Kopacek, and I live in Bedford in England. I live in a town called Clapham, which is a sister town from London, also called Clapham, but it's not the same place, obviously. It's about 2 hours from London. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. It's wonderful to see you. So you're going into summer now, and we are going into winter.
Absolutely, yeah. We got a beautiful, beautiful spring going at the moment. Today and yesterday, quite cold. There's a quite cold wind coming from Scotland. It's been snowing there. But the day before yesterday must have been about 20 degrees Celsius. It was really warm, but it's
Okay.
lovely. I will never complain about the heat again.
Yeah, no, I have to admit, it's getting really cold here. So we're already getting worried, and it's early May. It's not even proper winter yet. So,
No.
Katerina, I just want to ask you how about your lockdown experience. How has it been in the UK where you live, specifically the town that you're living in? How has it affected you personally? How long have you been in lockdown for? So, just share a little bit about your lockdown experience, please.
Okay, so as England as a whole, the first recorded case was around about late February. Then January, I think there was the first people actually admitted to hospital. Um, Personally, for myself, our company started beginning of April telling us, okay, as I work from home, they were starting to tell us, look, we got meetings, meetings were cancelled. Then I was furloughed on the 6th the 8th of April. Um, so I didn't have to go to meetings, and just about everybody in our branches were sent home with new computers set up from home. So the system still went, we still worked. I
Mm.
stopped working immediately. I was furloughed for 3 weeks. Then I started on the 1st of May again. Um, it felt like a long holiday, but you felt kind of like anxious, not knowing, are they going to say, well, now we don't really need you any longer, you don't have to come back. So obviously you've always got that nagging feeling in the back of your mind. um,
Yeah.
our village is absolutely stunning. It's called a village, although in reality it's huge. It's a town. We live on the main street, but it's a quiet main street because fortunately there was a what do you call it, a bypass built not far from where we are. So main traffic goes past there. Quiet, not seeing any problems. People are keeping their distance. We're allowed to go into the park once a day or walk your dogs, or you don't have to go to a specific place, but you can walk around, you can see things and do things. You're not allowed to go to your friends or anything like that, which is obvious. I think the whole world's like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you've got lots of furry babies. Shame. I'm sure they need to go out a bit.
They do. I'm very fortunate. Boris and I got a really big garden now, compared to what gardens are in England.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate, but we do walk them every day. We've only got four dogs left now. Sorry, three dogs left now, and
Oh.
two cats. And obviously Boris. I mean, he needs to go out, as you know, swing from tree to tree.
Need to go walking.
Yep. But it's Boris also been furloughed before me, um, and he's still on furlough, I should say. And yes, it's you can see people getting a little bit annoyed in the shops when you go to the shops. You have to stand 2 meters away from each other. You have to wait for one person to come out before you can go in. So if you go to Sainsbury's or Aldi or Marks and Spencers or anything like that, you wait
Yeah.
sometimes long outside. Um, People get annoyed, they get pushy, I don't blame them. It's very difficult. But
Hmm.
because lifestyle has changed. There's no pubs open at all.
That must be so hard.
That's very hard. No pubs open, no restaurants open. They started, some pubs and some restaurants have started takeaway services, which I didn't have before. We live right across the road from a pub, closed. But yeah, so.
Okay. Katharina, what does it mean, the furlough? Does it mean you're on leave during that period, or what does it mean practically?
Okay, what it means is that you are on a government paid leave. You only get paid 80% of your salary, which is,
Okay.
I think, it's an absolutely fantastic thing that the government has done. When it
Yeah.
started in the beginning, they immediately stepped in and to stop the spread, because people going home, coming in, kids going to school, you don't know who the carrier is. So
Yeah.
they couldn't isolate. They still can't isolate, obviously, but they couldn't isolate it, and they had to make a decision whether or not to go ahead with people going to work and taking the risk. So they immediately put people on, they kind of like, businesses had a choice to kind of scale down slowly and let people go home, set them up, and those who could work from home could immediately go to home. Like I said, I was home in any case. But furloughed, so you get paid 80% of your salary, full pension still. And we got the NHS,
Wow.
which is fantastic. So you don't have to pay for any
Yeah.
medical care. And that's that works out. It works out good. You could, for instance, if you've got a mortgage, you can phone your bank. They will give you what they call a mortgage holiday for 3 months, which you don't have to pay
Yeah.
your mortgage in, and then that just gets added to your mortgage. You don't, not for the 3 months. You either pay 12% a month extra for the next 3 years or whatever to make it up again. Interest rates immediately dropped by the bank. But then you got no interest on your savings account, for instance, either, because they had to balance it out. But I mean, interest rate here,
Exactly.
it's only 1% in any case. So it's not
Yeah,
like
it's
you're making
very
a lot
low.
of money on the little bit that we have in the bank. So it's a very
Yeah.
good system. It's helped a lot. But also, in another sense, is a lot of small businesses have suffered because a lot of small businesses don't necessarily get the furlough paid out.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So, like the pub owners and those types of people, can they also benefit from that,
They
or?
can benefit from it, depending obviously if they registered, if they were taxpayers. A lot of people obviously have small business where they don't pay tax because you have to earn a certain amount of money per month or per year to be a
Yeah.
VAT registered proprietor. So if you had a pub and you didn't earn that much, you might lose out on that. So you're not going to be registered, so you won't get that benefit. Small business, like say a one-man barber shop or a two-woman a beauty salon, they don't really benefit from it. They just had to close down. So they can still go to the bank. They can still try to negotiate with their landlord to see if they can get a rent-free or, a rent holiday, if you want to call it that, where they would then pay later on for their rent, make up for it in a few months' time or a year time or whatever. But that is a thing between the landlord and the people who rent.
Yeah. So I'll never forget the wonderful times I've had with you in Henley when they always have those markets there. So I'm sure it's
Gosh,
been really hard for you not being able to go out and go to those types of things like markets, etc. So how has this time been for you? And then one last question, just what is your message of upliftment just to deal with these tough times? How do you get your own spirits up and going when you feel frustrated like those people in the shops that are pushing and pulling and getting annoyed?
So first of all, markets. I've not found a market in this country that could ever match up to the Kliphouse market. Never. Or any market anywhere near that kind of thing. It's a lot different here. You don't have that kind of free spiritness in a sense. It's more it's just different. People's cultures are different, so we've been to lots of markets, but I miss that. I miss just being able to go out, because we used to go for walks and we go take the dogs for a drive, and you go to old churches and you walk among the graveyards and that kind of thing, which was really nice. And I miss that. I just miss us walking across the road, going to the pub, or just going to the shop across the road, or whatever, just having that little bit of freedom. Not saying to your friends, come over for a glass of wine, or some tapas and a glass of wine. You can't do that now. Other than that, it's not been that difficult. I had Boris with me, so I've got somebody to scream at or shout at. So that's released a lot of my anger and frustration. Then also, I think the best thing that people must remember, there's so much going on where people think, it's a conspiracy theory or it's a man-made thing or whatever. I think it's just the world is warning us against something. I don't, I'm a vegetarian and I believe it. We have to look after our earth because this is our mother and we're not treating it the right way. You wouldn't treat your own mother like this. And I just think at the end of the day is take it like a man or take it like a woman if you prefer. It will pass. Everything passes. There were things that happen in all our lives that you think this is the end of my life, it's the end of my world. But then you look back a few years or a few months later and you go, I can't believe I was so negative about it or I was so worried about it. And it's just passed. And everything passes. You overcome everything and you'll overcome this. And I think we just have to pass this on to our future people, that the kids and they need to learn what we didn't learn as children. We weren't given that opportunity to learn because we didn't have the same exposure to what kids have now with media and Facebook and all and TV and things like that, where they can actually learn and see things that we didn't have that opportunities. So at the end of the day, I think we will overcome it. We're strong people. If you've got Africa inside you, you're not going to die, are you? Not from this.
Yeah, so being more environmentally conscious, etc. So you'd be very proud to know that I've also gone vegetarian.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, awesome. I actually went vegan for about 3 months and I couldn't cope without my cheese and chocolate, so I went vegetarian.
I think I've tried vegan for like 30 seconds and couldn't do it. But yes, well, it's just better for your system. I think, if you look at your teeth, it's not made to chew meat. So, if you're going to go vegan, you can't even have a glass of wine.
Oh, no. That's not going to work. Although here, the bottle stores and everything's closed, so we can't buy any wine. So.
Now, we're very fortunate. Everything is still open. You can still buy wine and beers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I have my glass of wine after work every night. I can't live without that. Keeps my blood thin and keeps my spirit going.
Yeah. Thanks so much for your time, Catharina. It's been lovely to see you again. And thanks for the message of upliftment. I agree with you. I mean, it's just being more environmentally conscious, and maybe we can make the world a better place for all of us to live in.
That's a good lesson we're learning here. It shows us, what can happen. But thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate it. It's good to be thought of, and so nice speaking to you guys. And I think we should get together, and I can speak to yourself and your mom, and we can and Esty, and we can have a nice get together with a couple of glasses of wine, and it will be lovely.
Pretend wine on our side.
I'll pretend wine. I have some bubble bath.
Thank you so much, Catharina. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Bye-bye.